Hey, welcome back once again, all you Sec Plus preppers. These are the IT Dojo Security Plus questions of the day. I'm Colin Weaver, and every single day I ask you 2 questions to ponder and contemplate. Let's jump right in it. All right, here comes question number 1. Which of the following is true regarding a clean desk policy? Go ahead and give all those choices a read. Click pause. When you're ready, click play, and we'll talk it through. Okay, first item on the list says that all corporations are required to implement a clean desk policy. No, that could not be farther from the truth. You would be wise to implement a clean desk policy, but there is certainly no law or statute or whatever that would require a corporation, be it public or private, to have a clean desk policy. So negative. Choice number 2 says it reduces the opportunity for unauthorized people, be they visitors or other employees, to see confidential information. That is absolutely what a clean desk policy is geared towards. That's not the only thing it's geared towards, but that is a huge component of what clean desk policies are all about. So it's very much the answer that we're looking for here. Third option says that clean desk policies are only needed in areas where sensitive information is processed. That's not true. Clean desk policies aren't just about, cleaning papers off the desk that contain information that people should not see. Clean desk policies also have a component to them of keeping a tidy workspace, having an area that is professional and organized, thereby leading to greater productivity, and also an area that focuses on security to make sure that people aren't able to see things they aren't supposed to see. This includes not making pretty little designs around the outside of your monitor with different color Post-it notes that contain all the passwords for the systems that you have to log into. It also includes not leaving papers on your desk when you go out to lunch. It includes locking your screen when you walk away from your desk. There's a lot of different things that a clean desk policy includes besides just going in and saying that you can't have papers that contain sensitive information up on your desk when you leave for the day or when you leave for lunch or something like that. Next item on the list says that it should apply to print devices and whiteboards, and it doesn't say photocopiers, but photocopiers would be one that's included. And absolutely, this is one of the right answers that we're looking for here. Clean desk policy oftentimes is going to go and include language to say things like you should not leave things sent to a print device sitting on the printer. So if you print out a piece of paper, it's got some stuff on it, you need to go grab that junk quick. Same thing is true that if you're in a conference room or a meeting room and you guys are drawing all kinds of cool stuff on whiteboards and that information is sensitive or otherwise meant to be kept private, then you shouldn't just leave the conference room when you're done and leave all that junk written on the board. Erase it all and make sure that it's thoroughly erased. Okay, a lot of times whiteboards leave a trace behind. You can still read the stuff that's there. Same thing is true of photocopiers. You don't leave things at the photocopier, or don't send things to a large photocopying printer that allows you to go in and have that stuff just sitting there. So all those things kind of also dovetail in with a lot of clean desk policies that are out there. Then the last item on the list says that confidential information should be placed face down on the desk when you leave for the day. No. Confidential information should be removed from the desk and stored in a secured area when you leave for the day. Just turning it upside down isn't going to be satisfactory for the overwhelming majority of organizations out there. So keep those employees and visitors from being able to see things that they're not supposed to see, and also making sure that your clean desk policy also incorporates the other aspects of what goes on in your office, making sure that things get taken off printers in a timely fashion, make sure that the whiteboards get erased, things that would seemingly be kind of, the basic blocking and tackling of physical security in your environment. All right, question number 2 today. An attacker has gained control of a Linux server in your network and configured that server to act as an OSPF router. Now, what he then does is he configures that rogue OSPF router to advertise costs to network that are cheaper than the real costs. The result is that traffic is forwarded to that particular rogue router and then forwarded on to the real destinations. My question to you is what kind of an attack is this? There's your choices. Click pause if you need to read them through, and then click play. We can talk it through. First item on the list says that this is an evil twin attack. No, that term evil twin is associated with attacks in the wireless LAN world, where somebody brings a radio into the environment that advertises an SSID that is the same or similar as an SSID that you have in your environment, trying to trick users to roam over. That's not what this is about. The next option is a cache poisoning attack. I don't know what kind of cache they're talking about, but we're not poisoning a cache in this particular example. Maybe we're saying, heck, I wrote the question, I should know. I was thinking of DNS cache poisoning when I wrote that. But no, this is not a DNS cache poisoning attack. The next item on the list is an ARP spoofing attack. ARP spoofing is, again, sending out fake ARP requests and the associated fake ARP responses, and that's not what we're doing here either. So no, that's not the attack that's at work. Next option is a man-in-the-middle attack. This is absolutely what this is. Man in the middle, and we say, oh, I'm a man in the middle, it's a man-in-the-middle attack. There's about a gajillion different things that a man-in-the-middle attack could take the form of. This is one of them. If you have a scenario where somebody is able to introduce a rogue router into the environment and have it advertise false routes, there's any number of bad things that can happen, one of which is to act as a man in the middle and allow them to be able to intercept and modify data as it's now passing through this rogue device. And that's very much what this attacker has endeavored to go in and do. Okay, the next to last item on the list is a Kaminsky attack. The Kaminsky attack is a DNS attack where attacks are made based upon the name server referrals that take place on the internet when you're querying the root name server, getting referred to com and things like that. That's absolutely not what's going on here. So no, it's not a Kaminsky attack. And then the very final option on the list is that it's a denial of service attack. In this case, it's not a denial of service attack because we're actually forwarding the traffic on towards its legitimate destination. If I were introducing rogue routes into the environment and then taking the data that was trying to pass through this rogue device and then simply, sending it to the bit bucket or to null zero and dropping that data, then yeah, then it's a denial of service attack. But in this case, because or it appears to be that the attacker is endeavoring for the connections to be able to actually ultimately succeed, just pass through him, it's more man-in-the-middle attack than it ever would be a denial of service attack. All right, 2 more questions down. Wide topics. Man-in-the-middle attacks using routers and clean desk policies. Hope you enjoyed those questions. If you did, please click like. You want to get them every day, click subscribe. I love that. Makes me happy. I'll see you tomorrow.